Hello, my friends. Welcome to my UDO experiment. I've decided to give it a second try because my first try was an absolute disaster. It was terrible. I brought in my audio, and what it gave me was very, very poor. I decided I was going to try something else. I decided to use some AI to help the AI. I discovered that the audio imports were not doing it for me, so I've decided to give it another try by getting a very detailed prompt about the style and the feel I'm looking for, and I'm hoping that the natural language processing aspects of UDO will kick in and give me what I'm looking for. So to do that, I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to describe what I want. I'm going to use the dictate function. And I'm going to say allow while visiting the site. All right, I would like a jazz composition, lush ballad, 1950s, 1960s. It's an alto saxophone and it's on a minor key, preferably a B flat minor, a C minor, or an F minor. It is extremely relaxing. The drums are all brushes. There is a piano playing behind the sax and an acoustic bass. The music is very elevating, taking you to a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of relaxation. I want it to be very similar to music performed in front of an audience. You may even hear some applause every now and again. In addition to the saxophone solos, there is also a trumpet solo. And the trumpet solo is at first muted and then unmuted, and the music becomes more energized as it evolves. There's also a piano solo when things calm down and a slight trade between the instruments. I need you to craft this into a monster prompt for UDO so I can put it in and get the best results. Make it as descriptive as possible. So I hit the tick sign and there it is. Now this is my prompt to prompt GPT to give me the prompt I'm looking for. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to hit enter and it's giving me the monster prompt I asked for. Okay, so I mean, this isn't a bad way of trying the firepower of UDO. I'm going to do both. So here's pretty much what I said, but put together in a coherent way. And because GPT is also a LLM, it speaks the same language as UDO. So I'm going to copy this first prompt and going to go back in here, create, describe your song. Okay, it's instrumental. Describe your song. All right, let's see what else. No lyrics, it's instrumental. Add to folder. Let's create a folder here. I'll call this Jazz Experiments. Create the folder. And yep, let's hit create. Let's see what UDO can do. This is your second chance, buddy. Don't blow it. Because the first one I did, oh my goodness, to play it for you, I almost cringed just thinking of playing it for you because it wasn't good at all. At all. Okay, so what's it doing? What's it doing? It's supposed to have cooked. Do I have to press? Oh, it's in this folder. I have to select the right folder. Do I? Okay, double click on the folder and let's check it out. Elevate the evening. Let's listen. I'm curious to see what this will do. Now it's playing the second one. So I quite like the output much better than what I got the first time. So it wasn't bad. But let me go to the second prompt and see if the second prompt can give me something better. Let's take the second prompt. You see what I'm doing? All of this stuff is iterating. And this is as a result of a human being in the loop. So I'm going to get rid of the first prompt, put in the second one. Instrumental. Let me just do auto generate. Let's do auto generate. Let's see what it can do. Yeah, let's check that out. All right, here we go. Jazz experiment number 2. Let's see if it gives it a different name. Oh, well, this is intelligent. I like the way it gave it a different name, you know, because the way SUNO works, if you put in a different prompt, it gives you the same name, which isn't very helpful for your workflow because things get muddled up. You have to change it yourself. So, except there's a setting I'm missing, but I like the ability to do that. Let's check this out. All right, here's a track.
In the stillness of the night, softly whispers float around. Saxophone sings sweet and light, while the bass walks without a sound. Melodies that gently sway. In this calm, I'm here to stay.
In the quiet of the night, I hear your sighs. Soft whispers dance like shadows in the skies. With a heart to do the sound of your grace, finding solace in the warmth of your embrace. You're my moment, my sweet serenade. It's a jazz-filled night, love will never fade.
So, my friend, you see, with that prompt approach, I got a lot better than what I got on my first rodeo with UDO. I feel UDO might do better giving more prescriptive prompts than more esoteric, way out audio input. I haven't had a whole lot of good fortune with that. But let's go a step further. I liked both of them. They were both okay. The very first one is probably my favorite. But let me give it a different prompt, and I'll just, dictate. All right, let us create a very fast-paced, avant-garde C blues, C sharp minor blues, F sharp minor, and also throw in some ninths, sharp 5, some major 7, flattened 5th, some heavily suspended chords, and very way out solos that typically you wouldn't expect on the piano, on the trumpet, on the sax, and even drum solos as well. All right, so I'm going to make it a very short prompt. And I don't know if I should have given it some further description. Let's see. Okay, let's just go ahead and put these in. Avant-garde jazz. Put that in. I'm going to just putting it in exactly as is. I think the more elaborate prompts could also kind of interfere. Let's make it an instrumental. And advanced controls. What do we have here? The length. Okay, let's do at least 2 minutes. The beat per minute. Oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, I see where you're going, UDO. At least 180. Let's see. Style reduction. Well, avoid Latin. Avoid of course, rock, pop, funk. Hopefully you understand that. Prompt strength. Yeah, I want you to go all in on my prompt 100%. Clarity. I want it to be quite clear. Am I going to be penalized by paying a whole lot of credits for clear work? What's worth doing is worth doing well. What is seed? A number that defines the contents of a clip. Note when not in manual mode, your prompt is processed in a random way. Huh. When a fixed seed is used. So is a seed an instrument? You folks let me know. You UDO fans. I don't know. Should I put in a 4? What does that mean? Or 5? Will it ding my credits? I don't know. Generation quality. I don't know. I don't know what these cost in terms of credits, but I'll just leave it at high. Okay. All right. Okay, trumpet. What else? Okay. Let's check it out. Let's see what UDO can do. I'm still very much in my experimental stage, so this is definitely not going to be my best UDO work because you're watching me learning right now. Just intuitively. I haven't had any lessons, but I've been in here twice before. The first time was just for about 3 minutes. I just probably followed what was suggested to get some output. It wasn't that great. The second time I went in with an audio file. This was really bad. The output I got, I almost gave up on UDO. I said, I'm going to cancel my subscription right away, and I don't care whether I use the credits or not because it was that bad. But on this occasion, putting in some very specific prompts, the output is like night and day compared to what I got last night trying to work UDO. The voices are actually not too bad, and I get what people mean when they say it's clearer than SUNO in a way.
In the quad.
It's kind of clearer in terms of the sampling and the frequencies, you know. But the only thing I'm wondering, am I sacrificing my control for clarity? Because in Sunno, I'm able to get a very precise, almost like a 90 to 95% accuracy of what I want. Haven't been that fortunate on UDO to be able to get that, so we'll see. I should have probably chosen Ultra, because this is quite slow. This is very, very slow actually, and it's showing that bar. So let's do something else while this is cooking. I'm just going to go in. Let me show you another way you could, write, because I write in so many ways. One of the ways you could write is just speaking into your GPT your ideas and asking it to take it and not adulterate it by adding other things that you didn't ask for. For example, let me think of what I want to talk about. Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. I'd rather be creating than be on the run. Be me in a tool, be me on a stool, singing, playing, breaking all the rules, melodies, harmonies, odd timing, song rhyming. Creating is fun. I'd rather do this when the day's done than to lay on the sofa or be on a run. I need you to take my words exactly as is, make them verse, chorus, verse. Do not add any words to it. Take it exactly as is. So it's processing what I said, and sometimes feeding audio like this fails. That will be the only downside. But let's go ahead and hit enter. So it's gotten a prompt to do what I wanted. There we go. Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. All right. Okay. Well, good. So it's gotten some lyrics. We can do something with these lyrics later, but let's go back to what we were doing. It's cooked. Let's listen. Here's the first one. So no, come on now. Is that, jeez, is that the best you can do? All right, let's listen to this one. Way Out Solos. Hopefully lives up to its name. Here we go. I don't know what I'm missing, guys. I don't know what I'm missing. So this is similar to the experience I had yesterday. Now let's bring up, watch this. Let's bring Sunno up, okay? We're going into the same prompt. Watch this. Same prompt. Same prompt. Same prompt. Let's put on the instrumental preference. Where is that? Instrumental. All right. And I'm just going to leave it exactly as is. Exactly as is. Style tags. Well, let me go back here, copy this, put it in here. Same prompt. I can almost guarantee that Sunno will get a better idea of what I'm looking for. You see, so this is a very good comparison, you know. Even though the naming is better in UDIO, I prefer the way it names its songs. This just gave it untitled. But anyway, let's check this out. Woo! You see, my friends, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of thing I was expecting. Let's play. You know, Sunno has just spoiled some of us because we're so intolerant of poor prompt output. You know, the prompt wasn't the problem. I think the system was. Let's check this out. All right. You get the idea. You know, come on now. Come on. Let's go back to our very first one that we did here. That could easily remind me of Chick. That wasn't bad at all. Let's see. I think it was the same prompt. Yeah. It was the same prompt that I gave them. So I would have expected better. But anyway, let's go back to try one more thing. Auto generate. Let's just say jazzy, bluesy. And the lyrics, custom. Let me grab the lyrics. Put the lyrics in here. The lyrics that I just wrote, put them in there. Boom. All right. Jazz. And let me be more specific. Jazz vocals. All right. So put these in. We'll take the exact same, the exact same thing, and put this into SUNO. And the exact same style, which is jazz and all this stuff. Gonna put it in here. We're gonna have a face-off and see which tool is gonna create the better output. Exactly the same thing. The BPM, I'm gonna turn those off. I'm gonna take away all of this. The prompt strength, I'm gonna leave it at 50 so that it's comparable. Not too crazy about clarity, that takes more time. Oh, faster. I should have put it in the other direction. Okay. Trade quality for speed. Oh, I see. All right. So we don't want to hang around. We want it to be as fast as possible. Now I know what these mean. All right, let's go ahead and hit. Let's see. Is there a place we can put the name of the song? All right, let's go ahead and hit create. So we got those two cooking. Let's go ahead and do the same for SUNO. They're on 50. And I'll say face off with UDIO. Hit create. Go back to UDIO. UDIO's still working. It's getting there. It's close. It's a lot faster than the first ones I did when I didn't know how to use the system. Now I know how to use the system. All right. Still taking its time. Let's go to SUNO. SUNO is done. Let's play SUNO's first.
Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. I'd rather be creating than be on the run. Be me in a tool, be me on a stool, singing, playing, breaking all the rules, melodies, harmonies, odd timing, song rhyming. Creating is fun. I'd rather do this when the day's done than to lay on the sofa or be on a run. Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. I'd rather be creating than be on the run.
All right, very good as expected. Let's check out what we've got from our friends at UDIO. First one coming up.
Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. I'd rather be creating than be on the run. Winds 18 breathe like rapid into coming. As some the lights come to blend the other side. So the thing that there's nothing so slowly I span the cool. my melodies, harmonies, song rhyming, or timing, or rhyming, you see. But it in these I'll do. I'd rather do this when the day's done than to lay on the sofa or be on a run. Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. I'd rather be creating than be on the run. Wind's etching, breeze like rapid into coming. I summer flies that come to claw the horn. So it's
What is she saying?
So the ham is fun, Dad. My melodies, my melodies, oh melodies, songwriting, or timing. Song rhyming.
All right, so the vocal texture was very good. The sound is clear. However, there's a lot of garbled, I don't know, hallucinations, because I didn't write what she was singing in some of the instances. Okay, so that would be my critique. Let's go back and try the second one from Sunno. Yeah, the sound is definitely clearer in UDIO.
Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. I'd rather be creating than be on the run. Be me in a tube. Be me on a stool, singing, playing, breaking all the rules. Melodies, harmonies, odd timing, song rhyming. Creating is fun. I'd rather do this when the day's done.
All right. Nice. Very safe. Just straight there, straight ahead sounding vibe. Let's check out UDIO's second one. Here we go.
Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. I'd rather be creating than be on the run. Be me up to me on a stool, singing, playing, breaking all the rules. Melodies are harmonies, odd timing, song rhyming. Create is fun. I'd rather do this when the day is done than to lay on the sofa or be on a run. Creating is what I do. Creating is fun. I'd rather be creating than be on the run. Be me in a tube. Be me in a stool. Singing, playing, breaking all the rules. Melodies, harmonies are timing, song rhyming.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, it's definitely above average. So in terms of predictability of what I'm able to get as a beginner, perhaps because I've been more frequent on Suno, I know what to expect with it. I need to get more used to UDO. If you have any tips or tricks for me, if you are a UDO fan and you've been through this learning curve and you see me making certain mistakes or doing certain things that are shooting the creation, the output in the foot, I would love for you to let me know. Drop me a comment. Let me know what I could do differently, how I could better prompt UDO to get my own unique stuff. Like when I feed in audio, what should I be doing? And if you know of any tutorials that helped you, please put a link in the chat so that other people can take advantage of that, and so that we can build the community's awareness of these great tools. One thing I'll say right off the bat, for sure, even without my headphones on, without my studio gear all fired up, I can tell just by listening through ordinary speakers that the UDO content, it sounds cleaner, less artifacty. But in terms of me giving it a prompt that I can get what I'm expecting, that is where I see Suno doing a lot better. And then what I really want to test out, again, I've tested this out before, is my more abstract compositions that have a lot of heavy chords, crazy movements. I see Suno responding to me just so easily. UDO, I got to give it another run on that one. All right, let me know what you think about both of these and how they come across to you. The thing about composing the way I just did in UDO, that is not my preferred. I do not like having to use AI for the lyrics or to even just put the lyrics together. I like warts and all, just type in my lyrics, and even if there's some errors in the spelling and so on, I prefer tidying them up myself than to have AI think that's what I wanted to say, or even just going ahead and hitting the create lyrics button. I don't like doing that stuff. I don't. But on the homepage of UDO, I was quite impressed to see they had gotten Jordan Rudess is quite well known in the keyboard community, and I had seen a strip that were featuring some of what he had done. So it's quite inspiring that if Jordan could be here, as accomplished as he is, then yeah, there's no reason why other musicians shouldn't try out a tool such as UDO or Suno. And you can make it part of your workflow. You don't have to use everything that comes with it. Talking about Suno, one of the cool things you could do with your creation in Suno, you can click on this 3 dots here and you could do get stems, which is really, really wild. And you can break down all detected stems, like up to 12 of the stems. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here, I just realized I wasn't showing it to you. So over here, you can click on these 3 dots and you can say get stems, and you can either do all detected stems or you could do vocal and instrumental. 50 credits for all the stems or 10. So let me do one good example. Let's see, I have one here. Okay, so if I was doing some stems for this, I'd click on this, get stems, and then I could extract all the stems that it detects. And what it does, it stacks all the stems, whether it's vocals, background vocals, keys, synth, drums, saxophone, trumpet, whatever it finds, or it might lump them together like brass, woodwinds. It'll give you all of the detected stems, and you could export that to your DAW. And my goodness, what a blast you could have. Because once you detect the beats per minute, you can bring in your own drums, you could bring in your own vocals, you could bring in your own guitars, you know. So for those who want to create that way, this is a possibility. And just to give you a test run, you can play the full song like this. And it plays the full song. Or you could choose to mute. You see M for mute and S for solo.
Oh, yeah.
Just vocals.
Oh, yes. He's my leader.
So now I'm gonna mute some stuff. Just drums, bass, and drums. Put in some keys. So that's just a quick demo to show you. You can download each of these stems by clicking on this right here on the right. Click on that download button, or you could just download all the stems at once. Download all over here, and you can choose either WAV or MP3. I wouldn't advise MP3 due to the very poor quality, the very low fidelity already. If you really want to do some good with it, choose WAV and you'll not be disappointed. You can always manipulate the frequencies in a DAW, and that might very well give you what you're looking for as a creator. All right, my friends, thanks for joining me. Wish you all the very best. Don't forget to drop those links for me. If you've enjoyed this, smash the like button and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye for now.